Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining my Nintendo live stream. Please hit the subscribe button and like this video. It'll help out my algorithm if you could leave a nice comment. Also, I've completed every Legend of Zelda title on the main consoles and most of the side ones. I even played the Philips CD-ROM Zelda. I don't claim to be an expert, but I have had the experience of beating every game as they were released. Starting at Zelda number one on the 8-bit Nintendo, uh, what must have been 90, 88 or 80, somewhere around there. And then Zelda 2 came out, and I completed Zelda 2. I rented it from the Farmore. Some of you might remember Farmore. You could rent um, 7 games at once and keep them for 3 weeks. Which made them unique, and they were only 99 cents. So it was any movie, everything was 99 cents, keep it for 3 weeks. Whereas West Coast Video kind of made a racket, and they were charging like, 6.99 for like 2 days. You'd like return it, and then you get late fees. So Farmer said, fuck all that. 99 cents, keep it for 3 weeks, no late fees either. So it was hard for you to keep a game. So I with Legends of Zelda, I kept it far more for like 6 weeks. I was like, how are you late at Farmore? So I ended up returning Final Fantasy, I think it was Final Fantasy 4. Ended up never completing it because it was so long. It was like 200 hours long, and I remember going this, but it was like the same thing over and over again. It was your four characters um, keep fighting, and it just the opponent hit points are 100, then 110, then 120, and then 200, and then 300, and then eventually, like the scale just keeps going up until eventually you're fighting enemies that have like 20,000 hit points. And I thought the game was like, I said, is this like just like an auto-generated game that's just like it just every time you complete a level, it creates monsters one level up and auto generates the continent, auto generates the monsters one level up, and so it's an infinite game. It just continuously creates monsters that are one level up and continuously creates a country for you. And these games now you can do that, but back then you couldn't do that because they didn't have the technology to um, they didn't have the space on the disc basically. It had to be a finite game. But I back then I didn't realize that. I thought this was like an automated. Now you could have an automated generated game. Kind of Warcraft isn't really like that because they program everything. But I might be able to program a game that is auto generated. Because I went to school for programming, but I just am disabled and with my depression and I never got family support. My mom neglected me. My dad was an alcoholic. My sister died. And so I never like reached out and grabbed the gold. The dean at the University of Pittsburgh told me I was one of the most potential, potentially, I had more potential than anyone she's ever seen before with all of my ideas and things I wanted to do. And that was potentially succeeding. And but here I am with a small stream that hardly anyone watches on YouTube. These candies are pretty good, actually. I know it's totally crap. I don't even want to look at what's in it. Probably illegal ingredients. Anyway, I've been on Hyrule Field for a couple days, it seems. Um, I wouldn't say this castle's hard. I don't know if I got stuck, but I've been playing Metroid and football, and I still need to finish Spider-Man. We're gonna take 3 hits of marijuana and then get going. Here's hit number 1. And maybe we'll play a game of football after this. So if I turn the stream off, come right back and football will be on. Ooh, that hit was pretty big actually. It's chemically, so like even though it didn't really like get me blasted, it hurts my lungs, and it's not hurting in like a smoky way. It's hurting in like a chemically way. Like it was either butane or and it's the stuff you get from the medical dispensary. They run butane through it and CO2. It's really the law is that you have to um, cure it for 4 days, purge it, which means they suck the. But it's still when you blast a flour product with butane or anything, and you get goo at the end. It doesn't matter if you vacuum purge it for 4 days. It's still the goo and whatever chemical agent you used is still there. I mean, they run it to a vacuum for 4 days, but you're still not separating all the. You're still not left with only THC. It's still like they say it's like 2% butane, therefore it's. But you can feel the difference. So when you get rosin, rosin is water blasted. It's not butane blasted. So rosin is cleaner, and you can really feel the rosin. The difference is that rosin's more expensive and a little harder to make. You got to use ice and really blast it with water, and it's a lot more work. The butane, you can like mass produce it a lot easier. That's why the rosin tends to be a little more expensive, even though it's water. So by breaking between it, it's not even that I'm getting high. It's like it's chemically not good. See where we are in here. Excuse me. Well, a lot of people do. They pay for their celebrity status, and I don't do that shit. And I could myself, man. Actually, um, and what I mean is you can like buy followers, like literally you buy like bots, and that's what a lot of them do, man. But more than that, I haven't had a professional setup like this very long. So it's kind of more recent that I've gotten better at it. The sound is better. Uh, nice. I wasn't sure if you kill him or not. I mean, so there is a lot to it. Like I can be doing better. Like I'm really impressed with that kid who's made it in politics. He was on Eamon today. The kid who argues with Republicans on YouTube. It's like 20 Republicans versus him. He's really good. And he was actually on NBC today. He's one of the best hosts. He's very well spoken and he's a skilled debater. And I think, and I was thinking about this, is well, for one, he's an intelligent kid, but also just growing up on you grow up in social media and you become very skilled at debating, and I'm kind of, I guess I'm a little jealous because I was talking today with Dukes on Blue Sky, and I can get vulgar if I get angry, you know. And he said, well, I stay away from the vulgarities, and I was like, oh, well, I considered this person kind of more aggressive speaking than me, or equally. But then I don't even know if it's a he or she, but he said, I don't speak vulgarly. He could speak harshly without being vulgar. That's the point. You can speak harsh and strong without vulgarities. I'm not sure well, for example, instead of saying, well, I don't want to, this is a Zelda broadcast, so I don't want to give examples, but you could say, I don't appreciate what you're saying, it makes me angry, you're ignorant. Or you could say, F you, shithead. You know what I mean? And the first one's like a little nicer. Like it's basically, it boils down to the same thing, but I don't know what these blocks are exactly. But I mean, but also we're dealing with MAGA Republicans, and people also say things like, we need to quit being soft. But then it's like, oh no, you're speaking too harshly. Which is it? Quit being soft or quit speaking too harshly? Or maybe I'm just confused on this thing, because these people, like, Trump is vicious, he calls everyone nasty, and He's so hateful. He hates everybody. No, I'm not hateful. Just non-stop gaslighting everything. Well, everything he says about himself, it's what he's doing. Everything he says about the Democrats, it's what he's actually doing. Whatever he says the Democrats are doing, that's what he's doing. I don't know if has everyone figured that out by now? I assume everyone's figured that out by now, but I don't think people realize, like, whatever he says the Democrats are doing, that's what he's actually doing. That's why he says it. And so he basically gives himself away all the time. If he says that the election was rigged, it's because he must have rigged it. He knows for a fact it's rigged. It's like me saying, I know for a fact that I just died in this video game. I know for a fact that if you jump in the, like, because I just did it. Otherwise, you could never be so sure unless you actually did it yourself. And then he assumes everyone does it. And I think people do mix up kickbacks from outright theft and caring about people versus not caring about people. And you should be able to see, like, who cares about people and who doesn't. You could say none of them do, but so Bernie definitely cares. When they say moderate, it's like, it means like Joe Biden cares a little bit. Trump cares, but only if you're like a Heritage Foundation white nationalist. Then he cares. But if you're a Jew or a black or anything, man, you could be a black, but you have to like be in compliance with that. I think you use this. Is this like a blow up thing? Of course I can create these, but and Elon Musk, he likes Nazi shit, you know. His dad beat him, and God knows what else. He's like grew up violent and angry. And he's into Nazi shit. Like, I grew up with these type of people. They quit apologizing for Hitler. They always say shit like that. These people are twisting their nipples to like Adolf Hitler pictures, man. No, they like have in their closet, like literally, when they say like closet gay people, what they really mean is like closet Nazis. They're like, you open up their closet, it's like a picture of Adolf Hitler in there. And they're like, oh, mein Führer, mein Führer. Hey mom, what's going on? Like, I'm serious. I don't mean to be gross, but that's how they fucking are, dude. I grew up with these people, man. They'd be like, shh, hey, come here. You go into the bathroom with them and they show you their fucking Nazi armband that they acquired and shit. You're like, what? Fucking assholes, man. Why don't you just come out, you know, Elon Musk, why don't you just come out and say, yeah, I love Hitler? Why are you such a pussy, dude? They're slowly trying to do it. First they release thousands of videos. They have to rewrite history and make it fake. Like, they have to like change his speeches and they change Hitler's speeches. You gotta be careful about this shit. No, they will. They will change Hitler's speeches and make it seem like he was victimized and they attacked him and oh wait, it could be these guys just killing me in one hit. I better, so wait, I better have a monster ready. What about this? Doesn't do anything. He does, he takes 3 hits. Ooh, I guess it's my first time in here. I didn't beat that guy, but I distracted him. Which way do I go? Yeah, he's a fork down. Get him. I don't know if it hits him when he's stunned. You have to use your sword. Shit. What the hell? Why does that happen? I don't know.